Unusually, the highlight is not precisely the sculpted arm muscles or the sweat-shimmering bran. The photo of Jungkook seriously training in the gym drew a wave of comments from netizens, and their focus was truly unexpected. What about what managed to steal the attention of a Jungkook who is focusing on body shaping? The fans initially only admired the discipline and physical development of the BTS member. However, netizens' keen eyes immediately turned to a small detail that actually spoke very big. Not the pose, nor the weight of the lift, but the plain-looking area of his wrist. Yes, the subject of heated discussion is precisely Jungkook's wrist that looks empty. This instantly triggered the ARMY's collective memory. Jungkook has almost never taken off a special ARMY bracelet, which has become an iconic part of his look over the years. Where is the emotional connection between him and the fans? Speculation has also sprung up. Is this just practicality during training so as not to be distracted? Or is there some other meaning behind it? These questions quickly flooded the timeline, showing how strong a bond such a simple accessory represents. This cursory detail manages to create an emotional shock, reminding everyone that for the ARMY, anything about Jungkook, even the absence of anything, can be an evocative story. The emptiness in the wrist was like a sentence that was cut off, leaving room for various interpretations. Some ARMY quickly defended, stating that of course it is not very convenient and risky to use any jewelry when lifting heavy weights. The bracelet can scratch the equipment or, what is more dangerous, injure the skin itself. He is being professional in the gym. His priority is safety, wrote one fan with reasonable logic. However, in another corner of the timeline, subtle nuances of worry and longing begin to surface. For others, the ARMY bracelet is not just an accessory, but a promise, a talisman that symbolically connects Jungkook with the millions of people who support him. His absence, while perhaps only for a training session, felt like a startling silence amid the normally so loud symphony of support. I'm used to always looking at the bracelet, like a reminder that we're always with him, one fan said in a sentimental tone. This wave of talk eventually led them to a relieving discovery. The most ardent digital eyewitnesses immediately dug into Jungkook's other photo and video archives on separate occasions. As it turned out, the iconic bracelet still faithfully wraps around her wrist at other times, be it when she appears at the airport or in leisure activities. This fact also quickly relieves the anxiety that had formed. The final conclusion was even warmer. It's not about leaving, but about prioritizing. The emptiness was a testament to his maturity. He knew when to give up something valuable for the sake of a greater goal, which was to keep himself in order to still be able to give the best for the ARMY in the future. This small controversy eventually led to the re-strengthening of that bond, reminding all parties that the relationship between idols and their fans is built on understanding and trust, not just on physical symbols. And in the end, this phenomenon confirmed only one thing: how deep and detailed the attention Jungkook received was. Every movement, down to the smallest part of the body, did not escape the appreciation and concern of the ARMY. This lost bracelet controversy is not about drama, but rather about a narrative of affection written by millions of people. This incident is like a mini portrait of the dynamics of modern relations between celebrities and fans. On the one hand, there are idols whose lives are exposed and every detail is analyzed. On the other hand, there are fans who love him so deeply, to the point that things that seem trivial to ordinary people, to them are full of meaning. The void on Jungkook's wrist was like a blank canvas that was then filled with projections of love, worry, and finally, understanding. Instead of moving away, this small incident actually showed the maturity of both sides. ARMY demonstrates the ability to think rationally by seeking a broader context, while Jungkook, through his silence, gives his fans the confidence to understand his simple choices. No official statements are required, since the language of their understanding has been formed for many years. What was originally splashy ended in warmth. That gym photo will pass, replaced by other content. But the message left behind is clear. The bond between Jungkook and the ARMY is not easily shaken. It is flexible, self-adjusting, and built on a much stronger foundation than a piece of bracelet. It is built on mutual trust and the millions of shared moments they have passed through, which makes a small loss just a side story that enriches their journey. And so, that brief but intense vortex of attention finally found its quiet place. The bracelet, which was briefly lost, is now again seen adorning Jungkook's wrist in a new airport photo, as if perfecting a narrative that was briefly interrupted. He smiled as if to say, "Look, everything is fine." The army welcomed him with relief and joy, like welcoming a friend returning from a short trip. However, traces of the furor remained. It was a sweet reminder of how fragile and powerful these relationships can be. Fragile because a small detail can trigger a wave of speculation. Strong because in the end, the wave breaks on the shore of trust and understanding that have been built together. This event did not leave a wound, but rather a kind of modern folklore in their community, a story that will be told with a smile. Remember that time when we were all worried because of a bracelet? In the end, what remains is not the question, where is the bracelet? But it's a deeper belief. The belief that the real bond lies not in objects, but in formless space in the hearts of millions of soldiers and in the hearts of Jungkook himself. A space filled with unspoken music, memories, support, and understanding. A space that will remain, with or without the bracelet, because it has become part of the soul of each one of them. This story is also perfectly closed, not with a point, but with a knot that binds them more and more tightly.